Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got a video for you about why Black Ops 3 needs a good PC version and why a good PC version is essential to that game's success. The gameplay that you're seeing right here is Black Ops 2 PC gameplay, going to be 168-1, but the gameplay is not mine, it's Preston or TBNR Frags. He's probably the biggest, most popular, and one of the most talented PC Call of Duty commentators. Moved into Counter-Strike a little bit more lately since Ghost and AW struggled on PC, but I'd appreciate it if you check out his channel, tell him thank you, maybe subscribe. It was a big favor of him to send me this gameplay, so I'm really grateful. So let's talk about why Black Ops 3 would be better on PC and why we need it. First of all, let's get the obvious out of the way. Better graphics. PC Call of Duty, you can turn up the resolution to 1080p or higher, 60 FPS, 100 FPS, however many FPS want, field of view sliders, lots of amazing graphical options, and PCs are more powerful than consoles. You can do a lot of really cool stuff with them. That's really great, but that's not essential to the gameplay. Black Ops 2, even on consoles, had a kind of low resolution, but the gameplay was fun and people liked it. I think one of the main reasons, at least from if you were Treyarch, that you would want to have a good PC version, is that the PC market is deceptively huge. It hasn't been huge for Call of Duty lately, but the PC market is massive. If you want to split things up by console, by gamer, casual, hardcore, whatever, PC is going to be the biggest crowd. If you look on Twitch at any given time, all of the top games are PC games, a lot of free-to-play ones too, but PC absolutely dominates Twitch, and it performs very, very well on YouTube. These days, game companies have to consider YouTubers and like public aspects and watching and all that kind of stuff, so making it PC friendly would be really, really good for that. It's also the overall number of users on PC is really, really high. If you want to expand COD, if you want to blow up sales, if you want to increase the amount of users or whatever, you probably want to move into that untapped PC market because it's massive. Again, and a big market means big money, more sales, that sort of stuff. A good PC version would also mean more international sales. Call of Duty does pretty well internationally, but it's really more of a domestic thing. It's US, UK, Canada, and that's kind of it. You know, the non-English speaking countries, yes, they do Call of Duty as well, but it doesn't like blow up there. It's not the big thing there. The big thing there are PC games because consoles don't really work as well outside of North America and England and a couple, not England, United Kingdom and a couple other places. They struggle really, really hard. So if you want to get that international market, you got to get the PC going on. Call of Duty used to be a PC game. I played COD 4 on PC. I actually think I had the PC version before I had the console version, if I'm not mistaken. Loved it. Still play it on occasion. Moddable, fun, fantastic, great. Had an awesome time with it. I still boot up and play COD 4 on PC when I feel like it. Didn't get into Black Ops 2 because I was in consoles then, but there are a lot of Call of Duty veterans, so to speak, people that bought and played this game ages ago that played on PC and now they can't because Ghost was honestly pretty bad on PC. It would top out at like 70 frames, poorly optimized, lots of stuttering. A lot of people gave up then. Advanced Warfare came out and we had some hope. We had a whole boatload of graphical options, whereas Ghost and some other games had pretty much none. It looked really good and promising, but we had the map Defender stuttered and lagged. We had random crashes, glitch spots. It was pretty rough on PC. And for whatever reason, the matchmaking on Advanced Warfare doesn't work very well on PC. Like, it's really hard to get a match. I don't understand why. And people just abandoned it. They gave it up. It wasn't because Call of Duty wasn't next-gen enough for PC. That was kind of part of it. Yeah, PC gamers, they want their high-end graphics and their cool stuff like The Witcher 3 or whatever, but it's also because they had a difficult time playing it. It's not fun to play a game that's not optimized or doesn't run well or you can't match with people. There are Call of Duty veterans on PC that would buy a remastered MW2, like that's why that's popular. Any Call of Duty game that works, that has players in a functional matchmaking without crazy bugs and stuff, they would buy it and play it today. They want to play a good Call of Duty game, and they don't like being messed over by ports that can barely run properly. PC is admittedly more complicated. It's way easier to mess up a PC game than it is a console game, but the critics are harsh. The PC gamers can either be with you or against you, and they are the loudest group. If you want to piss off a gaming community, if you want to get your Metascore all the way down, if you want to get bad reviews for your game, make a crappy PC version. That's all you have to do. The PC gamers, the glorious or fabulous master race or whatever, they'll come out in droves to take a dump on your game. The console gamers just don't have that kind of clout, that internet presence, that verboseness that PC gamers do. If you want, you know, good publicity for your game, if you want good credit, if you want good, I don't know, street credit, whatever, it needs to have a good PC version. You make the master race happy, they will influence the rest of everybody else, and that's a good thing. Like I'm telling you, they're They are very, very extremely vocal people. Personally, I think it'd be really cool to move Call of Duty eSports to PC. Mouse and keyboard aiming in first-person shooters is just the way to go. Consoles and SCUF controllers are great and all, but they just do not match up to a mouse and keyboard. They can't. It's just not physically possible. And other esport communities, Counter-Strike, Dota, whatever, all these other teams and groups and stuff, they look down on console players because we have auto-aim. Our competitive play has auto-aim in it, and just from like a pure technical standpoint, it would be way easier to set up hosting and LANs and stuff on PC than it would be fooling around with the Xbox Ones that don't do that properly anyway and crash during major events. That drives me crazy when I watch an event and watch these players struggle with, landing on the X1s and they can't work. It'd be so much easier to just run a server on PC. So much easier, and you would also see more impressive plays because of the better inputs with the mouse and keyboard, more impressive aiming, crazier moves, better boost dodging if it were Advanced Warfare, whatever. You'd see some really, really cool stuff. PC version could also kind of self-support even without DLC. Allowing mods for PC is something that greatly extends the lifetime of game. Now, game companies, and that's especially EA and Activision here, they don't really like turning on the mod support anymore because by allowing mods, it's viewed as cannibalization away from the DLC. People be like, why am I going to buy a $15 DLC when I can just download one of a couple hundred mods? And that's kind of true to an extent, but it takes the long tail of the game, like that super long lifespan, and greatly extends it. That's one of the reasons that I still go back and play COD 4. That's the reason that I rebought it when it was like 3 or 4 years old, was just so that I could load up mods and play. That's one of the reasons people still buy and play Skyrim now, is because you can mod the crap out of it and turn it into a new game, and they still buy the DLC, and I think that's something to be great. Server browsing is great too. Now I'm just kind of listing features here. I want a server browser, and I want graphics settings, and I want to be running in 4K. No, let's move on to something more technical here. I would play Black Ops 3 on PC if there were a good PC version. That would be a fun thing to do with my fans. That'd be a fun thing to do with weapon testing. Gameplay footage usually looks fantastic like that because I can jack the resolution and graphic qualities up to whatever I want, and I think it would be a really good thing. I think kind of what's holding it back right now is there was this transition away from PC version right about Modern Warfare 2 or 3 because they were just ports. Like, you'd get the PC version, it would still say press A to do whatever, and it wasn't the A, it was like the little Xbox A thing. That kind of pissed off PC gamers, and the ports got shoddier, and it wasn't as big of a deal because Valve takes a big cut of the money from anything you buy on Steam. COD games run through Steam for the most part, and I'm assuming that Activision just doesn't like paying, or the studio or whatever, just doesn't like paying the 30 or 40 or 35% or whatever Gabe Newell decides it's going to be to put a major game on Steam. So that's kind of a disincentive to sell PC copies versus just focusing on console, putting your money elsewhere, getting a better ROI on that. But I have a sneaking suspicion that if Black Ops 3 or Ghost 2 or MW2 Remastered or Advanced Warfare 2, 3, 4, however far we have to get down this sequel list before PC becomes a top priority, when that happens, when somebody somewhere decides we're going to make Call of Duty the most kick-ass PC game that you've seen in the last couple of years or something like that, I'm going to bet it comes with a special, like, new Activision game launcher thing. Kind of like how Ubisoft has Uplay and EA has Origin, and there's all these kind of things. I would bet they just like, you know what, we're gonna skip this whole Valve Steam thing as much as people like it, and we're going to keep all the money in our own pockets. That creates a higher incentive to actually sell the games there. And as long as it works, I'm fine with that. I just want a Call of Duty on PC that I can play like COD 4, where you got your server browser, your lobbies, your mods, your crazy stuff, your mouse and keyboard aiming, really fun. I want those good old days back, and I feel that all of these things would be really great for the COD community in general. We'd bring new people into the community, we'd bring back old members of the community, expand into PC gaming, get credibility in other communities for just, PC, they look down on console gamers, and COD in general, probably increase the overall maturity, because PC gamers tend to be older, and I don't really see any downsides to making a fantastic PC version, and I just hope that that comes in the future. I'm praying for a good PC version, and guys, that's kind of all for this video. I'm going to let it run through a little bit here so you can see Preston just murder everybody and get the most amount of kills I think I've ever seen in a COD game. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. I hope you agree with me. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.